Yeah, I did change, and I'm really glad I changed.
This one's wife. She plays the Shaggy Defense. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. The Shaggy Defense, H.G. What is that of which you speak? I hear perhaps some of you querying. Am I making reference to the good friend of Scooby-Doo, Shaggy? No, I'm not. Is this Shaggy Defense something to do with a shaggy carpet or shaggy hair? No, I'm actually referring to Orville Richard Burrell, who's better known as Shaggy, the Jamaican-born reggae musician who scored hits with Boombastic, In the Summertime, or Carolina, and Angel. He also, as I'm sure some of you will recall, had a hit with It Wasn't Me, where he told us, but she caught me on the counter. It wasn't me. Saw me banging on the sofa. It wasn't me. I even had her in the shower. It wasn't me. She even caught me on camera. It wasn't me. She saw the marks on my shoulder. It wasn't me. Heard the words that I told her. It wasn't me. Heard the scream got louder. It wasn't me. She stayed until it was over. Yes, naughty Shaggy getting caught by his other half as he's been playing hide the sausage with someone else. As he said, honey came me and she caught me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. Terrible behaviour. But notwithstanding the fact that he was caught red-handed, he played his defence, which was, it wasn't me, i.e. he denied it, which of course, regular viewers of my work will know that denial is the first line of the twin lines of the narcissistic defence. When you accuse the narcissist of doing something wrong, you're threatening the narcissist's need for control because you're trying to hold the narcissist to account. Making the narcissist accountable, liable, or culpable threatens the need for control, and thus the narcissist must immediately reject that. And the simplest way to do so is to say, it wasn't me. I didn't do that. You've got it wrong. Thus, it's denial. And to proclaim that it wasn't me, that I didn't do it, is the Shaggy Defense. But it's also the Shaggy Defense on the basis that it's completely unbelievable, because even as our reggae-based lyricist admits, he was caught red-handed, and despite the fact that his other half caught him on the sofa and on the counter and in the shower and on camera, he still kept on insisting it wasn't him, with all of the credibility completely shredded. And thus, this is the Shaggy Defense that's been rolled out by this one's wife, because with her usual predictability, as a consequence of the fact that she sought to upstage the Trooping the Colour and Catherine's return, and she did so by the presentation of some shitty jam and some shitty dog biscuits. The collateral consequence of that was to people say, oh, we see what you're doing, this one's wife. You have form for this. You are well known for trying to steal other people's thunder. You are well known for having no regard to royal protocol in regard to clashes. You're absolutely known for trying to upstage people. You're the typical narcissist that can't stand for attention to be on somebody other than you, and therefore you have to do something, no matter how pathetic, in order to bring that attention back onto you. And thus, plenty of people across social media and mainstream media all pointed out, we see what you're up to there, this one's wife. You're just trying to upstage the Trooping of the Colour and Catherine. Thus, she faces lots of threats to control, and she has to deal with those. So what does she do? She ensures that it's leaked through another outlet that it wasn't her, that she didn't cause this to happen. Yes, unbelievable as it is, hence the Shaggy Defense, this one's wife maintains that she didn't intend to upstage, and it is Tom Sykes of the Daily Beast that reports this one's wife didn't mean to jam up Kate Middleton's big return. Anger at this one's wife over Nacho Figueres' big reveal of her newest American Riviera Orchard products just hours before the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, made her big return to public life at Trooping the Colour is not justified, this one's wife's camp believe. This one's wife was criticised on social media, Threat to Control, and by friends of Prince William and Kate, Threat to Control, over the post by Harry's polo-playing pal, promoting a new flavour of ARO jam, raspberry, and ARO dog biscuits. Critics suspected that this one's wife's fingerprints are all over the affair. However, the Daily Beast now understands from a source that this one's wife did not order up the post from Figueres and in fact had no input over when or if he would post. Of course, ceding exact control over context and timings is an inherent risk in a user-led social media campaign, especially when your cheerleaders are powerful celebrities in their own right, who might not react well to having their posts micromanaged. As one marketing expert told the Daily Beast, while I am sure the gift packages came with notes requesting social media coverage, you can't tell Nacho Figueres what to do. So I think it's certain the timing of his post was his own idea. The larger point here is that the American Riviera Orchard campaign has been phenomenally successful. Fuck me. The American Riviera Orchard campaign has been phenomenally successful. Are you fucking retarded? Good Lord. Successful? All it's been successful in is having lots of people ridicule a product that's gone nowhere. It's only got, at its peak, I think 620,000 followers, which is piss poor for somebody who's known around the planet. It ought to be tens of millions. And indeed, the numbers have been going backwards. Very few people are excited by the prospect of this lifestyle brand. It's caused Gwyneth Paltrow to repeatedly body slam, metaphorically, this one's wife with her trolling, and has resulted in much ridicule around the world. Phenomenally successful. Well, it's phenomenally successful in people knowing about it, but it's not been phenomenally successful in encouraging engagement. Anyway, it is a textbook social media campaign. The only problem is that there still seems to be nothing actually for sale. So what's it all for? I guess we will find out. Accordingly, the suggestion is that this one's wife wasn't involved. Well, she was clearly involved in the presentation of the products, after all. It looks like the jar of jam bears her handwriting on it, that ridiculous cursive of hers. So undoubtedly she provided to Nacho Figueres. And we know that Figueres is close to both Harry and this one's wife. More about that on another occasion. Ooh la la. And the fact is that as a member of the coterie of this one's wife, we'd have been more than happy to engage in its publication. Now, it might be the case that this one's wife did not specifically tell him the exact time to send it out at, but the purpose was to ensure that it was delivered before Trooping the Colour took place in order to upstage, and therefore to now suggest that that wasn't her intention is completely disingenuous and lacks any credibility whatsoever. But it isn't a surprise that this one's wife makes it known through a source that then contacts the media to suggest, oh no, I'm whiter than white, you know. I wasn't involved in trying to jam up the Princess of Wales's return. No, I'm not bothered by it in the slightest. I was just advertising my products, that's it. Attempts to look like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. It doesn't wash, But it's no surprise that she does this, because she needs to nullify the threats to control posed by the repeated criticism that has come her way that she sought to upstage Trooping the Colour and Catherine's return. Thus, those threats must be nullified, and this is how she has gone about it. It's as credible as the Shaggy Defense. And that didn't help our reggae singer, because he ended up losing his girl. And despite his protestations that it wasn't him, it certainly didn't work, and he got found out. Just the same way that this one's wife has. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.